Hey, welcome to the final bonus radio episode forever, or until we decide to do it again, maybe if they want us back.
Yes, what Lewis said.
Yep, there
I
you
have
go.
nothing more to add other than enjoy it. It's a great episode, one of our best. At
This one
point,
was a good one.
We just completely decided to leave the studio.
You might notice that every time we have a final episode of radio for a minute, we both go, fuck them, let's do whatever we want. And that's exactly what we did.
One of our ideas was, what about if we do the show, but not here?
Yeah,
And
what if we
left
leave?
And we did a... Look, stay tuned, but we ended up doing an entire break on the phone just because we thought our show
bosses kept telling us to do more phone content.
Yes.
So we were like, oh, we can do phone content.
We can do phone content. We can do 100% phone content. And I think sometimes we strive our best to create quite literally the worst sounding radio possible.
Yes.
And I think we achieved this this episode, which I'm very proud of.
Horrible quality, which led to very high quality laughs.
Yes.
I would say. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the episode.
This will be the last one.
This will be the last one for a while. And also the tour is on sale, lukeandlewis5.com. Brisbane's almost sold out, 20 seats left. Melbourne's going quick. Adelaide and Perth need a lift.
Just slacking per usual. It's not
lazy.
a surprise when I looked at the Adelaide and Perth ticket sales and went, oh, they're not pulling their weight.
Yeah, so step your game up. Also, I'm still on tour, loosespears.com/gigs. I'm going to Adelaide and Perth. And for some reason, those two of mine are going great. So,
which places aren't pulling their weight, Lewis?
Bunbury.
Yep.
I don't think anybody there has arms, so they can't pull at all, clearly. And hurry up and get them, Bunbury.
And which show's next, Hobart?
Hobart, also not very strong. They've got arms, but they're not very strong.
Yep.
So come see that. All right. Enjoy the last radio episode ever until we decide that it's not.
Great finger pointing, Lewis. Let's do it.
I've discovered something amazing.
What happens when you combine one studio, new hosts, and the ability to broadcast to the entire nation?
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Well, let's find out. This is the Sunday Experiment.
That's right. Luke and Lewis, it's the Sunday Experiment. Welcome to a brand new show. How are you feeling, Luke?
Good. Thanks for asking. You
Thanks.
don't often ask, and I'm always over here, feeling like crap because you never asked me, but today you asked, and I feel great.
Oh,
So
that's
thank you.
good. Man, I
Means a
just
lot.
care so much about your feelings only today.
Yes, that's
Yep.
great.
And all other days, not going to ask. We've got a good show
Careful.
planned for you guys.
Yes.
We've got the name game coming up. Everyone's favorite radio game. Best game in the world, I would say.
Also, the easiest level of entry to participate in.
Oh, yeah. All you need is a name.
Yes,
That's
and then
it.
you can play the game.
That's right.
What?
What do you...
I'm just pointing out
Pointing
that
at James.
a little bit later on, you're going to be doing some game-changing radio.
Yeah, well,
Oh, right.
I was getting to that, but then you confused me by pointing at the game-changing
Our
radio.
producer was going, you need to talk about this, and we were like, man, we
We
are
were talking
getting
about
on
the
it.
name game.
Yeah, and I was just getting you ready to talk about the next thing, which is the game-changing radio that you're
Well,
gonna
we
be
were
doing.
getting to that, but now
All
we're
right.
just talking about getting to that and you pointing to us
All
getting
right,
to
what,
it.
do you want to get to it?
well, now
No, well, now I don't feel like getting to it, actually. I don't want to talk about that at all.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to a song.
Let's not change the game tonight.
Luke and Lewis on the Sunday Experiment, and today we're doing this. He sounds like Jim.
She sounds like Stacy.
He might be Dave.
She might be Jane.
We'll guess your name. We'll guess your name.
13 10 60. The name game.
That's right, we're playing the name game. It's radio's favourite game for everyone with a name, and that's you if you're listening and human.
What?
Most humans have names.
Right. Oh, and
And human.
right.
If you're listening and
I
human.
thought you were saying like that was someone's name, like and you human. And I was like, well, that wouldn't be a common name, so we shouldn't.
I
guess
was
that.
just saying that it's not enough to have a name. You also need to be human because dogs have names, but they don't know how to operate a phone or speak.
right.
So they wouldn't understand the game or
That
be able
is
to contribute.
true. What about
Humans
any other
only.
species? I feel like if you taught a gorilla,
There was
how
that
to
gorilla
pick
that
up a
could do
phone,
sign language.
Yeah.
But still,
Not
sign
good for
language
radio.
wouldn't translate on air.
No.
All
right, so humans only.
Humans only.
Like we don't want to discriminate, but we're sorry, humans only.
Yeah. Sorry to every other species.
We're probably going to get cancelled now because we're discriminating.
Birds
against
will hate
gorillas.
this.
Yeah.
So give us a call on 131060 if you have a name. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to ask you 3 questions to vibe out your personality, and using those questions, we will guess your human name.
Now, we've been playing this game for quite a while now,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say the only... Well, you've got it twice.
Yes.
Or 3 times now. No, twice.
It may have been...
I think it's twice.
It's at least twice. It could have been 3 times.
That's a good one to go for. At least twice.
Yeah.
And then that way we don't have to get the exact number.
Absolutely. I do like that.
Yeah.
So...
And the point is, it doesn't happen much, but I'm feeling confident today.
Yep. Okay. So give us a call on 131060 if you have a name and are human, and we will guess it after this.
No
Luke and Lewis.
birds. Keep flying.
Luke and Lewis, and we are doing this. He sounds like Jim.
She sounds like Stacy.
He might be Dave.
She might be Jane.
We'll guess your name. We'll guess your name.
131060, the name game.
That's right. We are playing the name game, the world's most famous game, other than the other famous games, if you don't count them. This is the game where
I would say the most famous game would be soccer.
Nah, chess.
Ooh, that's true. Chess
Burn.
is very
That was
famous.
such a nerdy burn as well, and you were so happy that you could do that. That made your night. You were gonna come home and say, "How's the radio, James?" Your mum's gonna be like that because you're also like
She
me. And
does
you live
ask
at
that.
home.
She
Yes.
asks that.
Trying
And
to
then
think
you're
of a
gonna be
more
like,
famous
"Oh,
game.
I did a sick chess burn. Backgammon.
Nah, chess is more famous than backgammon. It can't be done.
Connect 4.
The Colosseum game where they used to kill each other.
Gladiators.
Maybe.
That's not really a game, is it?
Or gambling in general.
The pokies.
Yeah. Having a slap.
What about roulette?
What about the name game, which we're playing? And I will explain the rules. So, the rules for the name game are very simple. Rule 1, you must be human. Rule 2, you must have a name. Now, Luke and I are we have a mystery caller on the line. We do not know their name. Our producers do. It's been hidden from us. We are going to ask this caller, male or female, 3 questions to vibe out their personality, because as we know, every name kind of has a personality attached. The name James, nerdy guy, loves
Okay.
chess burns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
That is every James. So
Yes.
if this caller, burned us about a board game, I'd be probably going James.
Yeah. Okay. So, mystery caller, welcome to the show. Do not say your name.
Hi, how you going?
I'm good.
Very
I'm
well.
good. Okay.
I guess we usually ask questions. I would say my first question would be, do you like burning people about the game chess?
Oh, no, not really.
No.
Okay,
Great. So
we
not a
rule out
James.
James.
Rule
not
out
a
James.
I think.
And also, I'd like to rule out Jamie,
Yeah.
the
No, Jamie.
female equivalent.
Yeah. I think we could have ruled out James just by listening to the voice.
Yeah.
Might have burned a question there.
It's good to make sure.
Okay. My question, mystery caller. Do you think Luke's first question was a good use
Okay.
of a question,
I
or
like
do you
that's
think
a
he kind of
waste.
wasted it because we probably could have
I
told
feel
your
like
name
this is
wasn't
another
James?
Yeah.
wasted question.
Yeah, it was a wasted question.
Okay. All right.
Wasted 2 questions.
All right, I'll ask one more,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
Remember, you make it count because we've wasted 2. I'm gonna get one more.
I was gonna say, no, I'm not. Well, I don't want to wait. I just don't want to
Well,
waste
just
another
ask.
one.
No, just ask from the heart. Ask from
Okay.
the heart.
If I'm truly speaking from the heart with
Yeah.
the third question,
Yeah.
final question.
Yeah.
Do you think that Lewis's second one was a waste? You said speak from the heart, and I didn't want to do that.
No, I think that was a good question.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Good to know.
that's good. Okay, that tells us a lot. Okay,
That's
good.
a relief, or
That's
otherwise
good.
mine
All
would have
right.
been a wasted question.
Cool.
as
Okay,
well.
turn the mystery caller's microphone off. We need to deliberate because we've learned a lot today.
Have we?
Well, no, I think we've definitely asked 3 questions.
Usually
I think
we-
at least we've learned that maybe those 3 questions shouldn't be asked ever again.
Usually we narrow it down a little more with maybe like Coles or Woolies, and we get a gauge of their personality.
Yeah, we
I
didn't
think
get
we've got
much
a
personality.
A gauge
at
of
all
our
there.
personality. Definitely a Luke and Lewis on this show.
Well,
Two
that's 2
morons.
names, so that's 2 points we've got. Now we just need to get the third name. I'm feeling just from tone.
Yep.
It sounds like
Well, I'm
like a
thinking-
Laura.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Feel
I was thinking
Laura.
Claire.
What? Ooh, Claire, Laura, or
Okay, we have to look in one. We're running out of time because
Okay.
the background is looping.
okay,
So-
right? Well, I'm mystery caller. Is your name Laura?
No, sorry.
Is it Claire?
No, sorry.
What is it?
It's Esther.
Stuff.
Of course.
We should have said.
Should have asked
Kinda
you some.
close.
Should have asked you some questions.
Yeah, maybe something like, oh, does your name sound similar to a holiday?
Yeah.
And
What holiday is that?
Easter.
Ah,
Yeah.
Easter. Well,
Or, you know-
Esther, thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for playing, and our apologies for wasting all of our questions.
Thanks, guys.
Well, not really. She won.
Oh yeah, you win.
So, yeah,
Congratulations.
well done.
Well done, Esther. That's
So actually, you're welcome.
That was
You're welcome. Luke and Lewis. Luke and Lewis, the Sunday experiment across the nation.
And I'm very excited to be doing this. Personal errands on the show, solving all my problems on the radio.
I don't like this segment.
That is right.
I don't like this segment.
Sometimes it is. From time to time, and we haven't
From
done it in a while.
all the time.
No, from time to time, and I've been meaning to do it for a while because we haven't been on radio for a while, and I've
Yeah.
missed out on getting
That
things
was the
done.
only reason why this hasn't happened for a
Yes.
while, because we haven't been on radio for a while.
Yes.
But otherwise, it was every other day.
Well, I like to do a segment on this show
Mm-hmm.
called Personal Errands on the Radio, which is we're all busy, and people listening in their cars are going, I'm busy, you're probably on
not
the way to
busy.
something. I'm
What time did you wake
swamped.
up today?
No comment. I'm swamped from the hours of 11 a.m. until midnight every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing after this?
Going home to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like just more of a bear hibernating.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
well, there's nothing to do.
yeah. Well, and again, because I'm so busy, I need big
Okay.
sleep for the next day.
Okay.
So. I from time to time on this radio show, I like to
Mhm.
get things done usually with the help of our audience.
Yep.
Today, I'm more utilizing the platform of
Yeah,
radio.
you're just kind of wasting the opportunity we've been given
No.
by getting just little things done that you could do yourself
Not that at
by
all.
waking up maybe 20
Well,
minutes earlier.
In the past, I have
So
done
on 10:40.
past errands I've solved on the show. Was one time I was looking for Ed Sheeran tickets, so I
Yep.
used the
Coulda Googled it.
platform of the radio, and we got some.
Yep.
It was great. We had a caller who was
Were
selling.
they sold out?
Yes.
That was a sold out show.
Yeah, and there were none on Gumtree, so I used the platform of radio to help me personally. And once again, hoping today to get an end result.
I
just
would like
that.
to say that I've never done this segment, and I don't think I ever will.
And you're a fool because I'm getting so much done, and I'm going to have a free night tonight when I get home.
I also don't need this segment to get stuff done. I got asked before the show, do you want to do anything during Luke's segment where he just does stuff? I said, I've done everything. I do my things before I get to work.
No, well, okay, well, all right. Some of us are organised. So recently, I've changed to a new bank. Right, I've opened up a second account. One more for personal stuff, other for business-related expenses.
Yep.
Now the
New
annoying
pillows.
part about that is new what?
New pillows
Why?
for your bed.
Okay,
More snooze time.
that's hurtful.
Yeah.
And it was a low blow.
Yeah. It is low because you'd be lying down in bed as usual.
Yep.
I look down
The
upon
annoying
that.
part is now that I've just realised I should be writing those up as tax deductible. Because that is important to my job, which is a lot of sleeping.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to sleep. You can't.
I'm a busy guy, man. So, today I've opened up a second bank, and
Yeah.
what has been annoying recently is since opening up this bank, I'm still getting a lot of payments coming through to my personal, and I keep having to tell people like, oh, by the way, I've got a new bank account now. I could just shoot it through to this one next time. They go, yep. Sometimes
Why can't you just call Centrelink and tell them to change it?
Oh, we have a job. We're at work.
Yeah.
You were quite literally bagging me for doing jobs at work, and now. Yeah.
Yep. Well, you got to chuck a cheap shot in there every now and
Well,
then.
you've already done like 4, so I thought you
Oh
were
yeah,
done.
well, I just don't like this segment, and I'm being passive aggressive throughout.
Well, this segment's going for too long now, and I'm going to run out of time to actually
I'm
get
having
anything
my
done.
fun. This is all I get out of this
This-
segment.
I'm
is
trying to get things
Yep.
done, and
Uh-huh.
you're slowing that process down.
Absolutely.
Well, if you hate it so much, just let me do it, and we can get over and done with.
Okay, begin.
Great. So I
Oh,
want to use the
boring.
platform. You didn't even let me talk.
I'm like, come on, go.
I want to use the platform of national radio to tell everyone in my personal life and business life that can you please stop sending, just ask me before you send the next bit of money, right? This is, you know what? Because I've sent out about 10 emails in
Yeah.
the last day being like, new bank account,
You
switch it
think
through.
everyone in your life listens to this show?
I hope so. And I'm hoping I can just reach some more people, get it done at once, which is people, if you know me personally, right? Send it through. Just ask me for my new bank details. Do not send it through to the personal. My accountant gets annoyed.
So you're right, Lewis. This is so self-indulgent. He's hijacked a national radio show to then ask people who are giving him money to
Yes.
put it in a different place for him.
Yeah, I'm getting things done, and you're interrupting again. This is why I get nothing done on this show, and this is why I'm starting to think this segment is a waste of time.
I think it is a waste of time. You know what would be better than this? A little bit of music, all right? It's Luke and Lewis.
but I hope the message is out there. Send it through to my business account. Thank you. All right, I'm sick of the personal things coming through. Man, I make so much money.
It's Luke and Lewis. Could I interest you in one of these, perhaps?
If you're seeing a person you know, and they're doing some really weird shit, email the Luke and Lewis show. And then talk about it.
That's right. We're doing celeb spots.
So self-conscious. The opener again. I mean, it's the first time we've ever actually heard it air on radio.
Yes.
And it's just
This was
like,
sent in to us by a listener.
There's a listener sent in opener, and we love the beat. We love the energy of the first part. Like, play the first part again.
Oh, yep.
It's
give me a
just
second.
an
Listen to
absolute-
how confident it is.
It
right at
comes
the
in
start.
so confidently.
All right.
It's like, ooh.
But
And then it just tapers.
It really tapers.
in
See, he
confidence.
gets this. It's still going okay now, but then like listen to this. So self-conscious right here.
Now.
Talk about it.
He says
Very
and they'll talk
self-conscious.
about it.
Yeah.
So this is a segment called Celeb Spots where we often on this show, we pride ourselves in spotting celebrities out in the wild, out in the public where you least expect them.
Yes.
And then we come on the show and brag about it on the radio essentially.
But this is not just. This isn't just. Oh, I saw an AFL player at the footy. Boring.
There's
That's
more
where you
to
would
it than that.
expect them to be. What we want is an obscure celebrity in a place you wouldn't expect to see that celebrity.
Yep.
And also, specifically, what is that person doing?
Yep.
So, a celebrity in an airport, bad example. They're always in airports. They fly around. What we want is something much more specific.
Yes,
that.
some good ones we've had in the past. It was Adam Sandler. So Adam
Yep.
Sandler asked someone to pass toilet paper under a public bathroom door
Oh,
in
wow.
2008.
That is a great.
So that
that's
would
our
have been
best
almost
spot.
height of Adam Sandler fame.
How do you know that it's Sandler though? Is it? Did he just do the weird voice?
He was
or-
he was at Little Nicky at the time. He was in character.
Oh,
Yeah.
so-
Could you pass some toilet paper under the stall?
Yeah.
And that's what was happening.
because the only other way you could tell is by hand.
I think he looked at the guy afterwards.
I think he must have been like, who was in that stall?
Yeah.
That's popular actor Adam Sandler. But that's a great celeb spot.
Yeah.
You don't expect to find
one.
Adam Sandler in a public bathroom, especially asking for toilet paper. But it shows that it happens to the best of us, doesn't it?
What
Yeah.
when you need toilet paper?
Well, it just
Yeah.
he's a normal guy, you know.
Could
He's
happen
got
to anyone.
normal people problems. He's run out of poo tickets.
I always check,
Huh? You always check?
Always,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you're a nerd.
and then I change cubicle if I need.
Some of us, you know,
What if Adam Sandler was in the other one?
some of
Could swap.
some of
Adam
us
Sandler
poo
was there.
dangerously, James.
Yeah. Poo dangerously.
Now, today's one, you often go to callers today. I thought we were banked up in the emails.
Do poos on the
Lewis.
edge.
Yeah. Lewis. We were banked up in the emails,
That's a good one.
similar to how Adam Sandler must have been quite banked up.
Yeah.
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 Great. So I thought we'd get through a few listener ones sent
Yep.
in today.
Mhm.
Now, this first one, celebrity spot. Oh, by the way, this kind of came about because we haven't done it in a while because I went to a music festival on the weekend and was mixing it with celebs. I think I'm part of a new circle now. A few Bachelorette and Bachelor contestants
That's
and Love
good.
Island contestants
Good
now
spots.
follow me on Instagram. So I'm not proud of it, but I'm in a new world.
You're in the D list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm officially a D-lister, and I was in the VIP area with them. So I was like, I think that makes me
A-list?
I was going to say an asshole, but great.
That's good.
Yes,
That's
an
good.
an A-lister,
Yeah.
really, but it's just the wrong A-list.
Yeah, I like that. The A-hole.
Yes, an A-hole.
Yeah, that's good.
Now-
So what celeb spots do we have?
First one came in from
We
George.
might
No,
have to go to a song here. I'm not sure we'll have time for these celeb spots.
by the way, they were great. Well, we could do it after the break if you want.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
by
do it
the
after
way,
the break.
I think they were actually quite nice. A lot of them were very nice people.
Mhm. You're just an asshole.
Yes.
Luke and Lewis, and now it's time for this.
If you're seeing a person you know, and they're doing some really weird shit, email the Luke and Lewis show. And then talk about it.
So Celeb Spot is a game we like to play where we get listeners to send and call in about the time they've spotted a celebrity. But this is not any celeb spot, not a celeb like in an airport, boring, that's where you'd expect to see them. What we want is a cool celebrity in an obscure location you wouldn't expect them to be.
Sorry, I know
Doing
we got
something
distracted
strange.
last break. And are you chewing? on
Yes, I
air?
am.
That's
I'm eating
so
lollies.
unprofessional.
Didn't you just do a bunch of poo jokes and that's why we didn't get to finish this segment?
Yeah, okay, point taken. All right.
I was planning on eating these after this segment, but then you were talking about poo so much, I've decided to do it now.
Oh, so that
continue.
made you hungry, did it?
Yeah, very hungry, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, this first one came in over the email.
Mm-hmm.
You can email the show anytime at lukeandlewis5@gmail.com.
That's right.
This one came in from Georgia. She said, "Hey, Luke and Lewis. I literally ran into Carl Stefanovic coming out of a public bathroom near Hamilton train station in Newcastle. I know that doesn't
I
sound
hope
that
he
interesting."
wasn't going into the one she was coming out of.
She says, "I know that doesn't sound that interesting, but I was walking into the female bathroom and Carl was walking out very fast
Out!
and ran into me while he was leaving the female toilets.
That's not good, is it?
So surprising."
Now that is pooing on the edge.
Yeah. It is.
It really is.
That
That's
is
a risky,
Carl doing a risky poo.
that's a risky drop off, isn't it?
The alternative is that he went into the females
And
and,
then
he
realised,
went,
oops.
whoop, gotta get out.
Who hasn't done that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Good
done
on
that
you,
before.
Carl.
Yep. It's just unlucky though to be spotted, and it's even more unlucky when you have that kind of when you are a household name,
Yeah.
and it's not something you want to get busted doing. It's
No.
unlucky because if I did that, no one would care.
Because, but if Carl did it, it could end up on radio.
Yeah. Whoops. Now, this one comes in from Rowan. Hey, boys, got a celeb spot for you. Back in 2011, during the Brisbane floods, I was at Kangaroo Point, which overlooks the city, and saw Koshi from Sunrise. He was on the phone having a chat.
Two
and
competing network spots here. This is good.
Yeah, both morning breakfast. So he was on the phone having a chat and laughing while the city was underwater. What an absolute madman. Anyway, keep up the good work, lads. So that's wild. He saw Koshi having a chuckle during quite a serious event.
Some would say a disaster. And he was just
Yes.
having a bit of a laugh.
How bad
the
were
boys.
the floods that year?
Do you reckon he was chatting to the weatherman on the
forget.
show?
Maybe they're doing some classic
What's the
flood
weather like
banter.
today? Rainy?
Yeah. buddy.
Oh, hang
Koshi,
on, I'll
mate, you
write that
brought the
down.
weather with you, eh?
And then he'd be like, I'll write that down for my next book.
Yeah. That would actually improve the book.
Now, I don't want to again sort of flood the. I don't want to rain on the parade,
Yep.
but poor choice of words. But
Yeah.
he was
Just like Koshi was.
okay, but he probably was there to do the crosses.
To do the coverage.
So does that
I
make
don't know.
it?
I'm not saying.
But
oh,
is
so
that? I'm saying that's not a good celeb spot.
I
because-
think the interesting part there is
Oh,
that he was
true.
laughing while the city was underwater.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that makes up for it. It might not be the most obscure location.
But that's also out of context. He could have been laughing at something completely different.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he wasn't laughing at the floods. You have to assume that.
I don't know. Koshi could be in control of the weather. That might
He's
be
not
why their
that
weather
powerful.
reports on that show are so accurate.
Maybe. He's not. I don't think he's that high. up.
Probably not. I think he just writes joke books.
Yep.
Well,
and
and when
does-
I say right, what I mean is Google jokes and then print them in a book.
Is this Koshi exposed?
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
I don't think Koshi wrote 1,000 jokes
We're
3
gonna
times.
wrap it up from Ben. Hey guys, I have a ripper celeb spot, and I think you guys should definitely chuck on the show. So here we go.
Okay.
Throw it in here.
What?
Last year, I was on a flight home from Canberra, and
Yeah.
I saw Bill Shorten pick his nose and eat it. Boom! That
That's
is a
good.
spot.
That's a banger.
Love the show, guys. And yeah, that's
The only way that could be better is if he was doing it in the women's bathroom during a flood. Luke and Lewis for the Sunday experiment. I have a Halloween party coming
Yes.
up, Luke. And I have been told it's definitely a dress-up thing. So I must wear a costume. I've been tossing up between...
unlike you to do two things. One,
Mm,
get invited to parties.
yes.
Ouch. Sorry.
2, attend.
Yeah, attend. And then 3, participate
Yes.
in the fun.
yes.
part.
Very rare occasion for me.
You're doing all 3.
I think this might be my one party for the year. So if you got any birthdays or Christmas celebrations coming up, I think I might be busy.
That's fair enough. And I would understand. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, you went to that one thing,
6 months ago.
which involve you to dress up. So what are you going to dress up as?
Well, I was tossing up between dressing up as a lad or dressing up as a video game character Waluigi.
Definitely Waluigi.
I was thinking Waluigi with a knife.
Okay. Okay.
No?
No.
Okay, maybe just Waluigi
Yeah.
then, because the knife's probably an unnecessary component of that costume.
I hope
Who?
it's what?
Waluigi is
No,
a
okay.
video... What?
Hold on. Who is Waluigi?
Waluigi is a video game character. He's part of the...
Who doesn't carry a knife, by the way?
No, he
He's
doesn't.
a Mario character, so he carries,
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Which is,
Well, he has
which is pretty
overalls.
lad, actually.
Yeah.
Lot of-
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's got mushrooms and he's evil. So that's pretty on point. So he's a video game character, and I was thinking of going as him because
the purple
he's very
one.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, now this got brought up before the show.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, oh, great, that's good because I've seen you in a Waluigi costume before. One time you wore it in the radio station
Yes.
for us, and you're like, check out this costume. And I was like, that's great, you've already got the costume. You don't have to worry about it. And then you go, no, I hired that costume.
Well, I think I hired it.
And they go, oh, so do you still have it? And you go, don't know.
Well, here's the thing, Luke.
Do you have it?
I wore the Waluigi costume as a joke to amuse the radio team exclusively, and it was the only reason that I did that.
It was an expensive joke. I think from memory at the time.
It was $70.
You said it was a $70 joke.
Yes, and that was worth every dollar. But I'm unsure as to whether or not I purchased or hired the Waluigi costume because I feel like if I purchased it, every time I open up my clothes drawer, I would go, "Why do I own this?" But I haven't thought that for a long time.
I have 2 points. One,
Yep.
$70 seems like a lot to hire a
Yes,
Waluigi costume.
it
So maybe you
does.
did buy it
Perhaps
and
I
then
did.
you're stupid and you forgot about that. Secondly, wouldn't also put it past me if you did hire it and completely forget to return something. You seem like a guy who'd have a bunch of Blockbuster and Video Easy.
Both of those things
VHSs
sound like
around the
me. Yeah, I
house.
remember 5 years after Blockbuster closed down, we got a debt collection notice
Yes.
from the bankrupt company asking for $200. And we said, "What are you going to do, Blockbuster?
Yeah.
You're bankrupt." And we ignored it. Got 3 more letters. Nothing happened. Checkmate, Blockbuster. Kick them while they're down.
Yeah, I was
Take
gonna
that.
say, you're not the only one who wrecked Blockbuster.
Yeah.
It was the world. It was like we've had enough. We
It's
don't
like,
need DVDs.
you can't afford rent, let alone a lawyer, Blockbuster. Come at me.
Right. So is this the plan with the costume company? You're hoping they go into liquidation and then you don't get fined.
Well, I would
for-
think that if I haven't given back their Waluigi costume, that's a huge chunk of their annual revenue that they couldn't make back because that would be a very popular costume, a double XL sized Waluigi costume. But I don't know whether or not I have it in my
I can't
house.
believe they even had a double XL Waluigi costume.
I can't believe I hired it just to amuse 3
for
people.
those who may not be aware, Lewis is 6'8". Like,
Yes.
I'm surprised you can buy any costume.
And the nose and the ears
Like
as
usually,
well.
I thought you just have to go. I'm wearing a fancy hat. you
Yeah.
know.
But that was the only costume that I have, and
Right.
I don't know whether I
So
have it or not.
Can you get back to us then
Mm-hmm.
and work out? Well, I think you need to work out by Halloween what's happened with this.
Okay, well, I'll have to check all of my closets for a giant purple overalls. I feel like if I had them, I would definitely know because I would just see them every
It's
day.
a hard thing to lose.
It is.
All right. Well, what's the plan for this party?
I'm going to begin searching. I
Okay.
at least, at the very least, definitely have a knife.
Okay.
I've discovered something amazing.
What happens when you combine one studio, new hosts, and the ability to broadcast to the entire nation?
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Well, let's find out. This is the Sunday Experiment.
That's right. It's the Sunday Experiment with Luke and Lewis. We've got banger rest of the show coming up for you guys. We have a huge competition segment
Yes.
that you cannot join in on because it's for me to play and potentially win. So sorry for revving you up there, but this one's for me.
Yes. I'm sick of radio always going, you guys can win a prize. And it's like,
What
for
about
once,
us?
can the host have a crack at something? I never
Yes.
win anything because I think it's illegal at this point if I call this radio station
Yeah.
to win a prize. Is that legal, Jay?
So you, your family, and your friends cannot participate in any competitions we run on this station.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So I can't call up tomorrow and
Well, that
just
means you
play-
wouldn't be you would be able to participate.
Oh,
Ooh,
I do work here.
Yeah, he does. So
Ah, okay.
that's wrong.
just trying to do a burn.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, at what cost?
Anyway, guys, we're also about to revolutionize radio as well.
That's
Game
right.
changing.
It's a big
stuff
hour
coming up.
Luke and Lewis across the nation.
Lewis, it is with great regret and sadness that today we have to say goodbye to a dear friend of ours.
Yes.
She works in our show. Ebony, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Now,
and also, goodbye
goodbye
to the show.
Now, she's not leaving the show. She still works here, but she is leaving a time in her life behind. And
Ebony used to be cool. She used to be fun.
Yep.
She used to be young and hip. Now she is just a former husk of her once fun self.
yes. And what we're referring to is obviously growing up.
Yeah.
She's become an adult.
Despite being younger than all of us.
Yes.
She has grown up.
I think you're
and
a year
we-
older than me. but,
Younger than me.
You're younger than Lewis, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm 24.
Yeah.
But really, you're an old woman now.
I'm older. than
Because
that.
Ebony has moved out this week of her home, and we're very proud of you. But what came up before the show
I'm
was
disappointed.
you have
Giving up free rent.
Yes, you've done some things that perhaps would be seen by many young people not fun things to do. You have purchased this week, you were saying, a little bucket or tray to put your keys in as you walk in the door.
Yeah, on the hallway table.
Look for your keys.
Did you also buy a hallway table?
Yes, I did buy
You're
a hallway
lost.
table.
Boring and lame.
What happened? You'd never find that in a share house. I mean, all us who live at home. I think Mum has one actually, but I don't. So I'm fun.
Did you pick this table up off the side of the road and take it home in a wheelbarrow?
No, I bought
Boring.
it from a warehouse, a
You
furniture
purchased it.
warehouse.
Right, new.
New, brand new.
That's disgusting.
It's beautiful.
Gross.
Now, Ebony,
Yuck.
I wanted to ask you a few things because we desperately don't want to say goodbye. We want to.
We want you to
be
still fun.
So I've got a series of questions to ask you. Actually, do you want to? No, I'll ask these first, and then you can tell me afterwards.
Or
other
what if
stuff.
Okay.
No, you ask.
Okay. So
See, that was very fun. And that's something that you probably would not have
I
done.
can still have fun.
I don't think so.
Well,
How much
after
did you
this
spend
we
on
can
that
see.
table?
how much did you spend on the table?
$120.
That's actually pretty cheap. That's
Yeah,
a pretty fun price.
Thank you.
So, if you, depending on how you answer these questions,
Mm.
we may not be completely saying goodbye. Okay.
Okay.
Do you own? By the way, these are questions of very adult things. Now, if you say yes to these, it doesn't bode well for you. We're
Yeah.
going for
you.
no's.
You may be boring
Yeah.
if you have these things.
Do you already have a lint roller to remove the fluff from your clothes?
I have 2 lint rollers for different rooms.
Do we need any
For
other
different
questions?
rooms.
Yeah,
So
one
you've-
for the laundry, one for the bedroom.
Okay.
I think that might be the only question we need.
Do you have a printer?
No, I don't have a
Okay.
printer.
My
Okay,
follow-up
that's
question was
good.
going to be, and if you do you regularly top up the ink? But I bet you would if you had a printer.
I would
I bet you,
But you
top it
don't.
up at work here, don't you?
sometimes.
Oh,
If it needs it.
let someone else do it. It's not your
Who
workplace.
cares?
Who cares?
Just use it all up and then it's someone else's
And also
problem.
use that as
Woohoo.
an excuse, man. Like, oh, I couldn't print. There was no ink. And then you walk
Mm.
away and do something fun, like play table tennis.
But
There's a
then you
table
don't have
tennis-
your printing.
Do you have income protection?
I don't have income.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
Okay,
That's
that's
fun.
good. Does your boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
Hey, great. I love this. This is good. And
Do
he's
you-
a police officer. He should definitely have income protection. Perhaps you should sort that out.
Do you have extra toothbrushes at home?
I have a travel toothbrush. I don't know if that counts.
Boring.
Yeah, I have one.
Boring. We travel all the time. Sometimes I don't even bring the toothbrush. Pick it up at Coles on the day.
Now, 2 more. Do you own a library card?
No.
Oh, thank
That's
God.
good. That's good.
I was really worried about that one.
Yeah,
All right,
we have to put her in a senior's home if that was true.
yeah, this is the final one. You have a dog, don't you?
I do have
Yep.
a dog.
So, do you have the name and number of the nearest vet on your fridge?
I did, but I chucked out the magnet when I moved.
Oh, that's a fun
Ooh,
power
that's
move
good,
in the
that's
new
good.
house. So you,
What if
Well,
the dog
it was-
gets hurt? Who cares?
Well, it was for the old vet at the old address.
Ah,
So you're gonna
sensible
I'll be
get
going to
decision.
the vets to get
That's
an
a sensible
updated
decision.
magnet.
Oh, okay.
well, that's pretty
We're
boring,
going to have to
isn't it?
say a
All right.
partial goodbye,
This is-
Ebony.
This is goodbye
Good.
for now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
Not
nice.
forever.
Now, you've made a list, by the way, before we end this, of other stuff
I
that
have.
you've bought.
I've made a little list
Yep.
of a few things that I bought. I got
Fun
some
things?
I would say they're fun
Okay.
things.
Okay,
We'll see how we
we'll
go.
see.
I got pegs
Candle-
because we
candles?
now have a clothesline.
Pegs. I'm bored.
Got
Fu-
a slow cooker.
Fun to put them on your nose, by the way, if someone does a smell.
Got a slow cooker. Got a coffee machine. We're getting a barbecue.
Oh,
No.
Take
Barbecue to pursue the hobby of
Or-
cooking in a barbecue, or to get loose
Yeah.
on Australia Day?
For the cooking.
I was going to say to light
No.
fireworks in your backyard, but you are no fun, any of you. Continue.
I'm very excited about the storage in our new place.
Oh, no.
I think
No,
that.
that's it.
All right, let's go to a song.
Come on, I've got
Goodbye.
a linen closet now.
Oh, yeah. Quick, go to a song. Play
Yeah.
something fun, James.
I
Quick.
bet you that's where she keeps her lint rollers. Quick, get out.
Luke and Lewis across the nation. And guys, get ready because we are going to play a massive game with huge prizes that you can't play because only I'm playing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm about as excited as people in their cars right now, probably.
Guys, you should all get excited for me because I've come in with a game that only I can play. James, hit the competition music. Here we go. Let's do it.
Okay,
I'm so excited.
I do agree with you in the sense that I am, as a radio host myself, I am sick
Did you
of...
hear that plane?
We're often giving
They're
away
flying
prizes.
people over to spectate the grand unveiling of the game that I will play and no one else will,
Yeah.
but they get to watch.
Well, because as radio hosts, we often give away prizes, right?
Yeah.
But
Oh, another plane.
We don't
Did you hear
get a
that one?
chance.
Well, there goes another one.
We don't get a chance to do them
one.
ourselves.
Yes,
do
no, we
Lewis?
don't. No, we never get to play games, but I've just come in with my own game.
Yeah.
I bought sushi.
And you're in sound effects.
Oh, yeah.
It's very self-indulgent.
There's a plane. I bought some sushi.
Yeah.
And I was given a scratch to win card.
So you spent $12 or more, I believe, at a sushi place next
and
door.
there are over 100,000 prizes to be won nationally. This might be a big call. I'm going to win them all tonight. There goes a plane. Now,
Isn't that
I
exciting?
don't know what I can win. It doesn't say what I could win on the
So
card.
it doesn't even say the options.
No.
So it's not a car.
No.
You don't know. It could be a hovercraft.
All I need to do, hopefully it's another plane.
You know, it's probably just free sushi.
That I would say that would be a minor prize. A major prize is probably like $1 million or a Lamborghini
Unlikely.
or something like that. It's a pretty popular
Well,
sushi
no,
chain.
just because the prize pool is 100,000 prizes, I don't think
Could be
I don't
100,000
think-
planes. There goes one right now. Someone
there's
just
been,
won.
There's been a lot.
There has been a lot of planes. They're just giving them out left, right, and centre. They got more planes than grains of rice, I'd say, at this sushi joint. And after the break, we're going to...
Oh, right, so we're not even doing it now.
No, absolutely. Don't you know how to
This
build
is you-
suspense, Luke? This
Yeah,
is how
but
you build suspense. You tell
usually
people about all the
you-
stuff that you could win, how exciting the competition is, play a bunch of plane noises, and then you go to a song and you make them wait even longer.
Usually it's to get people listening excited to call up and win a prize, but
No,
there's
whoop,
no
there goes the plane.
incentive for them to come back because they can't win anything.
No, what do you... No, they can win. They will definitely win. I guarantee that you will win
Yeah.
an amazing experience of listening to me win a prize
Right,
that
well,
I may win.
We'll stick around for that.
Yeah.
So up next, we're
There's another
Up
plane.
next,
Okay, we're
more
scratch-
plane noises.
we're scratching a scratchy.
Yes.
That you might win from.
I
a
may
sushi
win,
shop.
but I can
Yeah.
guarantee a great time and
Now-
stacks of plane noises.
Now, by the way, our
Yeah.
producer had to explain that then because you've actually spent 2.5 minutes explaining that so poorly that
Yeah.
it was actually confusing as to what you're even hyping up because you're just talking about the planes.
Either way, incredible radio up next. Luke and Lewis, the Sunday experiment across the nation, and it's time to play a huge competition that you cannot win because I'm playing and I will win.
Yes.
Now, Luke,
Not even I can win. So I feel like a listener right now. I feel a little left out.
Well, no, this is the part of the experience that we can all join in. We can all
Okay.
celebrate when I win this game.
All right.
Now, the game that I'm playing, I bought sushi today from Sushi Hub, and they gave me... Oh, there goes a plane. They gave me a scratch... Oh, there goes another one. They gave me a scratch card. There are 100,000 prizes. I'm going to scratch, and hopefully I'm going to win the prize. I do not know what prizes there are.
You would think you have a good chance because oh, there goes another plane.
Yeah.
You'd think you would have a good chance because I don't know how many of these scratchies they're giving away, but maybe like 300,000.
Yeah, maybe. So I feel like there'd be one in
I don't
three.
think there'd be a million scratchies from Sushi Hub out there.
I don't think so. So I think that even if it is a million, oh, there goes a plane, that's a 1 in 10 chance. That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you think Sushi Hub has $1 million to give away?
So
I
what
don't
do you
know.
think the
They have-
prizes are going to be?
Well, they got 100,000 prizes. Now, I would hope,
What do you think the main prize is?
well,
A hovercraft,
probably like
a plane.
something equivalent to the lottery, bunch of money,
Right,
set me
150
up
million.
for life, or like $50,000 a month for 20 years, something like that.
That's not a regular prize.
That's
What
not-
about like maybe it's like a physical, or emotional prize where you get to pick a celebrity
Maybe
you
it's
get
this
to meet.
plane going over.
Maybe
Could
that.
be it. I would really hope that it's not like 1 grain of rice counts as a prize, and they just give you like a bunch of sushi rolls, and that's 100,000 prizes. I would hope that's not it. But I'm about to scratch.
Lewis is
I have to get
scratchy on the
3
table.
symbols here,
Okay,
so I'm
cool.
scratching
So
the
if you
first
get
bar
3 in a row,
right
you
now.
win
Okay.
anything from a grain of rice to $150 million. We
Just
think. We're not sure.
Scratch the first one. 2 potatoes. Come on, donuts. No good.
Okay.
That's right. Scratching
So
the second one. I've
maybe
got 4.
the prize is potatoes, which isn't
I've,
as exciting as $150 million, but
Okay.
you could sell the potatoes for
I've,
cash.
Got a shrimp. No dice.
Seems like they're definitely giving away food.
Scratching the third one here.
There are
there goes a plane.
75,000 tickets out in circulation at the moment.
75,000.
So that means
My
you're
chances are pretty
guaranteed
good.
win if there's 100,000 prizes.
Oh,
Okay, well, I have I've not got anything. It's time to scratch the final bar. This
Okay.
is where
Okay.
I'm going to win it. Oh, there goes the
Alright.
plane. I'm going to do it. Here we go. Scratching the final one. Okay. What have we got? Oh, hang on.
You're
It
already
just says,
done.
it just says good luck next time.
you got nothing.
This sucks.
So this is what happened then. You wasted 2 breaks on our radio show hyping up a prize that people couldn't even participate in,
Well,
and then you didn't even win
hang on.
yourself.
I'll read the terms and conditions. Maybe I have won something. No,
Nope.
nothing. Nope.
So we just
Um,
we scratched a sushi shop's
Yep,
scratchy.
didn't win anything. But you know what? They probably didn't even have good prizes.
Do
What
you
prizes
have
did
the
they
list
have?
of prizes? Oh,
Yeah.
James has a list.
What did they
So,
have? Probably nothing
you-
good.
We didn't know.
Boring.
So you,
I didn't want to win this anyway.
you could have won around about 6,000 pieces of tempura veggie nigiri. You could have won over 3,000 pieces.
I told you they were going to make one piece of prize.
Yeah.
That's not 100,000 prizes. That's just heaps of sushi.
You could have won over 3,000 fresh salmon rolls, over 6,000 tuna salad rolls,
Who needs that many rolls?
or thousands of crispy chicken rolls,
Well,
or a salad box. Value
guys-
up to $8.80.
you know what?
It's not a great prize,
I'm
is
very
it?
sad that I didn't win, but I'm kind of happy that I didn't win because those prizes sucked. And
Oh,
also,
you get free sushi.
yeah, but I don't need 6,000 rolls, do
Assuming
I?
they don't give you it at once, it's probably you
No,
redeem them over
That's
time.
It's quite a good point.
Yep.
That you
It's probably
made
like
there.
a lifetime supply
Um,
of sushi, which
well-
you probably would have enjoyed.
You know what?
Yep.
At least we got to listen to all those planes fly
Yes.
over. That was good, wasn't
That
it?
was good.
All right. Well, it's time to go to a song. Luke and Lewis, the Sunday Experiment. This is our final show, Luke, for the
Yes.
month. We're going to be going away from radio, and we haven't done any experimenting yet.
Yes, this show is called The Sunday Experiment, and we
Yes.
are encouraged by our radio bosses to get a little experimental from time to time, try some new things.
Now, to them, I keep saying, I don't have a PhD. I haven't even passed high school.
No.
Not a scientist. So I don't
Yep.
do much experimenting, but I'll give it a crack.
You were telling me literally earlier today, I believe, that you didn't get your Bunsen burner license.
Oh.
No, they didn't trust me because as cool as the Bunsen burner is for its intended purpose, you know what's even more fun? Just burning whatever you can.
Yes, and I
even
would,
your license application.
yeah, I
Burn that up.
still don't trust you around an open flame.
James
I'll be
is
honest.
shocked.
And you're a 25-year-old
Like
adult.
Mm-hmm.
we were talking earlier in the show about how you wanted to take a knife to a costume party.
Yep.
And
What's wrong with that? Part of the costume. Waluigi with a knife. That's a good costume. I feel like a knife would add so much to every costume, you know? Handmaid's Tale with a knife. Bowser with a knife. Batman with a knife.
Batman does carry a knife, actually. So
Well, Batman without a knife.
that
That's an
would be
interesting
wild.
spin on the costume.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, we did have a few ideas. One
Mhm.
thing that our radio bosses often tell us to do is, boys, you need lots of input from callers. And we
Mhm.
said, hey, great idea.
That is
So-
a good idea. They always want us to have more input from callers, and we
Yes.
love
It
talking
seems
to
like
you
they
guys.
love the scratchiness and, I guess, the low quality sound of an audio call on the
and
radio.
so do we, and it got us thinking, how can we maximize input from callers?
Yeah.
And that's when we decided the perfect way to do this would to be have 100% of a
Just a-
content just provided by callers.
Being on the phone.
Yes.
So-
and the best way to do that is
Yep.
for us to leave the studio together, leave James by himself,
Yes.
turn the microphones off, and call in from our mobile phones on separate levels of the building and try our experiment. Is maximizing phone call content a good idea?
Now, many people would argue no. But this is the Sunday experiment, and I guess we'll have to find out next. And also, the reason why we want to do this, because most people are like, boys, if you wanted to maximize, input from callers, just do 13 10 60. What's in your fridge or whatever.
I'll give him a call now.
No, but even that means then only 50% of the break would be callers because we'd be in the studio talking to people on the phone.
You know how we would really maximize callers? Yeah. If we called in and spoke to callers. Just a giant group call. That might have to be, if this experiment is successful, we'll have to try that.
Yeah,
next.
if this is a great success, then we'll move on to callerception, which is 2 times maximum amounts of callers.
Yes.
You're describing a conference call on air.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like that's how you really maximize phone calls on the radio.
Now, if this is a disaster, please put no blame on us. If this is a great success, we will take all credit. Up next, Luke and Lewis.
The Sunday experiment right across Australia with Luke and Lewis, and we're experimenting right now.
Yes, that's right. We're holding an experiment because we realise we haven't done one. And our radio bosses here are always pushing us to do more phone-style content. They want more input from callers. Now, Luke and I thought the best way to have more input from callers would be for us to leave the studio, call in, and do an entire talk break on the phone. So that's heaps of phone input.
Because we just figure, go hard or go home, so let's do a break that is 100% callers. Now, I'm not sure what the radio station enjoys about 100% callers, because it's bad phone quality. It's a bit windy out of
bad
the
phone
balcony.
Quality, us talking over the top of each other accidentally because there's a bit of a delay is
What do you mean?
a huge benefit.
Hang on, sorry.
Sorry, were you just talking over me then? It's probably because this is a phone segment with lots of phone input.
I think it's a great segment.
You go ahead.
So we are on opposite balconies of the building to each other right now. This one, I'll be honest, it's a little bit chilly, and maybe
very
the
cold.
studio felt more comfortable, but that's okay. I am happy to do this to make our radio bosses happy, and I think personally they're right. Input from callers is terrific.
Absolutely. And Luke, let me tell you what I'm looking at right now, looking at the balcony. I'm seeing a man getting out of a red car in front of the Commonwealth Bank. And that's about it. That's all I have to report here on the balcony.
Great. I'm watching a guy.
Oh, he's looking in the window. What are you looking at?
Hang on. Did he answer?
No, he didn't answer. He's busy looking in the window, so it must be something good.
Hey, Lewis, do you reckon it's an ATM?
It could be. Actually, I just realised he's using the ATM.
Okay. Now, if only, so we'd love input from callers. I feel like we need another caller or something like that.
We need some more phone content. So, James, do you have somebody on the line there?
We've opened up our lines, 13 10 60, if you want to get in on this hot mess. Caitlin has joined us. Hey, Caitlin.
Hot mess, James. It's an experiment.
Caitlin, are you there?
Yes. Hey, how you going?
Oh, great. Welcome to the show, Caitlin. James,
another
please
caller.
Stay quiet. We don't need any more studio content. All we want is phone-related stuff. What are you up to, Caitlin?
I'm just coming home from work, just on the train.
Oh, great. That's good. What are your thoughts on this segment?
I'm loving it. I want to be a part of it.
That's good.
So,
that's why I rang.
Do you think it's easier to hear us? So, have you ever called a radio station before?
Once or twice, yes, but not for a while.
And were those hosts in the studio like morons?
A little bit clearer.
A little bit clearer. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but definitely morons for doing a radio show in the studio, correct?
Yes.
Yes, this is the way to do it. And I think, and our bosses, I think they're very
I'm glad we confirmed that this indeed was an incredible idea and not at all
I think
it's time to go to a song.
Now.
Yeah, the phone quality is degrading more and more. So we'll end it there.
Just like this segment.
Well, thanks very much for listening. I think that experiment was a huge success. It's Luke and Lewis for the Sunday experiment. Unless I'm cutting out. I wouldn't know because I'm not in the studio.
How are you going?
Luke and Lewis, the Sunday experiment across the nation for the last time. That's the end of the show and the end of our run here.
And maybe our radio careers. Just kidding. That last break was awesome. What a great
Absolutely
idea.
great. It was a brilliant experiment. I
Yes.
would say that it was incredibly successful, and I completely agree with our radio bosses. We need more caller content, and if that's what they want, let's do the caller show when we come back.
Yep. And if you weren't
Whole
just,
show on the phone.
if you weren't tuning in to the last break, boy, you missed out. You've
You
come
really
in
did.
at an awful time. Usually radio stations go, oh, you've come in at a great time.
Yeah.
You've come in at the worst possible time.
Especially if you really like us, because we're gone. We're
That-
going.
And we also just did an entire break on the phone
Yes.
because our radio bosses said caller input is key. So we're like, great, let's do 100% on the phone. Wind noises, out on the balcony, great stuff.
Ambient train sound effects. We had
Yep.
it all. So that brings us to the end of our run here on the Sunday Experiment. If you would like to keep following Luke and Lewis, we have a podcast that comes out twice a week. We film every single show that we do. It's on YouTube and it's absolutely massive. So check that out. Luke and Lewis on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, all your podcast platforms. Thank you very much for having us in your cars these few Sundays.
Oh,
and
not
you're welcome
just
for
in
the
your
phone
car.
style content.
Maybe it was in their motorcycles. Can you listen to the radio on the motorbike?
I don't
I
know.
think you might be able to, but I think it's not advised. You should
Yeah.
be focusing on the roads.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're listening to us in your motorcycle, focus on the road,
Or
man.
in your homes.
Yep.
People listen to radio in their homes.
Do they?
In their
Yeah.
bedrooms.
Yeah.
Yep.
On maybe your Google Home
Some
or
people
Alexa
listen to
smart speaker.
radio in the shower. Did you know? There's radio showers.
Oh,
Are
hello,
there?
hello to anyone showering.
Shout out to all my wet listeners.
Yes. All right. Okay. That's enough.
And that's a perfect place to end the show. Thank you very much for listening. Check us out online, Luke and Lewis on Instagram and everything else. See you later, guys.